Have you ever noticed that sometimes a man can't even tell you why he's so drawn to you? He'll say things like, there's just something about you, but he can't explain what that something is. It's not your makeup, not your outfit. It's something deeper, something you do without even realizing it. And here's the wild part. Every man has this instinctive emotional reaction to certain feminine moves. They touch a primal part of him, the part that makes his pulse race, his focus lock on you, and his body respond before his brain catches up. These moves bypass logic. They speak to him on a level he doesn't even understand. Now, let me make one thing clear. This isn't about being seductive for the sake of attention. This is about embodying your power as a woman. It's about energy, confidence, presence, the way you carry yourself. Because when you master that, you don't have to ask for attention. It gravitates to you naturally. Think about it. Have you ever walked into a room and without saying a single word, you felt eyes turning towards you? That's not luck. That's feminine energy, calm, magnetic, and completely unforgettable. And when you learn how to direct that energy intentionally, it becomes your secret language. The one that says, I'm here and you'll remember me. In this video, we're diving deep into 6 moves that drive a man wild. Not because they're provocative, but because they wake something up inside him. They make him crave your presence, your attention, your touch, and he won't even know why. So if you've ever wanted to make him feel that pull, that quiet, that electric connection that keeps him thinking about you long after you've said goodbye, stay right here. Because by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how to make him feel it too. This isn't about chasing him, it's about inspiring desire effortlessly. Because when a woman knows how to move, speak, and be with intention, she doesn't compete for attention, she commands it. And that, my love, is a power he can't explain, but will always feel. Confidence, it's the first thing that speaks before you ever open your mouth. It's that invisible language a woman carries. And trust me, men feel it instantly. But here's the secret most women miss: real confidence isn't loud. It's not about showing off or being the center of attention. It's slow. It's unhurried. It's that quiet, calm energy that says, I know who I am and I'm not in a rush to prove it. Picture this. You walk into a room not with forced boldness, not with nervous energy, but with grace. Your movements are deliberate. Your posture is relaxed. You're not trying to be seen, and yet every head turns. That's the power of slow confidence. It doesn't demand attention. It attracts it. Men are drawn to this kind of energy because it feels rare. When you move slowly, when you speak calmly, when you take your time, it tells him subconsciously that you're grounded, that you're centered in your own worth. You're not looking for validation. You are the validation. Think about how most people operate: rushing, fidgeting, filling silence with nervous words. But when you're the woman who's comfortable in pauses, who's okay just being, you stand out like a calm flame in a room full of noise. He can't look away. And here's the science behind it. Men are biologically wired to respond to cues of safety and poise. When you're calm, your energy communicates stability, and that triggers attraction on a deeper, instinctive level. You're signaling, I'm in control, I'm secure. And that quiet power, it's intoxicating. Slow confidence also changes the way you look in his eyes. When you speak, you don't rush your sentences. You let your words land. When you walk, you don't hurry, you glide. When you smile, you hold his gaze just 1 heartbeat longer than expected. That small delay, that deliberate pause, it sends a ripple through him. It makes him feel something. He starts wondering, what is it about her? He won't be able to explain that his brain picked up on your micro movements, your pacing, your presence. All he'll know is that you feel different, more magnetic, more grounded, more real. And here's the most beautiful part. Slow confidence isn't something you put on. It's something you grow into. It starts with how you talk to yourself, the way you breathe, the way you decide that you belong anywhere you walk into. So the next time you're around him, slow down, breathe before you speak. Take a gentle pause before answering his question. Let your body language say, I'm comfortable with myself. That energy will wrap around him like silk. He won't know why he suddenly feels so calm and captivated in your presence, but he'll want more of it. Remember, confidence doesn't scream, it radiates. It's not about being perfect, it's about being present. And when you move slowly, intentionally, with quiet assurance, you become unforgettable. Because every man has met the loud woman, the funny woman, the beautiful woman, but when he meets the woman who's quietly in control of her energy, who moves through the world like she's not trying to impress anyone. That's the woman who lives in his mind rent-free. That's the woman he can't explain, but can't stop thinking about. There's something irresistibly powerful about silence, especially when you know how to use it. Most people think attraction comes from words, from saying the right thing, being witty, being charming. But what truly drives a man wild is when a woman knows how to use her pauses, how to let the quiet moments speak for her. It's in those tiny spaces between words, in that soft drop in tone, where real connection begins to build. And that's what I call the whispered pause. Imagine this: you're in a conversation with him. You're laughing, talking, maybe teasing a little. But instead of rushing to fill every second with words, you let your voice slow down. You take a breath. You let your eyes linger on him for just a moment longer than necessary. Maybe your tone drops slightly lower, softer, like a secret only he gets to hear. That subtle shift draws him in like a magnet. His quiets, his body reacts. He leans in closer, subconsciously craving more of that energy. See, men are used to noise. They're used to fast talk, quick replies, and constant chatter. But when a woman uses silence intentionally, when she's comfortable enough to pause, to breathe, to let the air between them thicken just a little, it disarms him. It flips a switch inside his brain. He goes from hearing your words to feeling your presence. A whispered pause isn't just about your voice. It's about control. It's about creating anticipation. When you stop mid-sentence, glance at him with that knowing look, and continue in a low, slow tone, it sends electricity through him. You're communicating something deeper without saying a word, a mix of mystery, confidence, and intimacy, and that's what drives him crazy. The pause also signals emotional intelligence. It says, I don't need to rush. I'm in no hurry to prove anything. When you take your time to respond, it shows that you're intentional, that you think before you speak, that you're not performing. You're simply being. That's deeply attractive to a man because your energy feels calm, grounded, present. And in that presence, he finds safety and desire all at once. Think about your favorite romantic scenes in movies. The most powerful ones aren't when the characters are talking fast. They're when they stop, when the camera lingers, when there's that small breathless pause before the next line. That's where all the tension lies. That's where the chemistry catches fire. And in real life, it's the same. You can use pauses to draw him into your rhythm. When you speak softly, slowly, with intention, it forces him to listen closer. When you let silence hang just long enough for his curiosity to build, he becomes completely absorbed. You're not chasing his attention, you're commanding it. Now, here's the secret. The whispered pause only works when it's genuine. It's not about faking mystery or trying to act seductive. It's about being so comfortable in your own energy that you don't need to fill every gap. It's knowing that your presence is powerful enough to hold his attention without trying. So next time you're with him, try this when he's speaking. Listen intently. When it's your turn to talk, slow your pace. Let your voice soften. When you make a point, pause, hold eye contact, breathe, let him sit in the moment with you. That pause, that stillness is where connection ignites, because attraction isn't built through constant talking. It's built through the tension of almost saying something, through the softness of how you say it, through the confidence of not needing to fill the silence. When you master the whispered pause, you're no longer just a woman he's talking to. You become an experience, one that feels calm, mysterious, and unforgettable. He won't be able to explain why his heart beats faster when you look at him and smile before speaking, but he'll feel it deeply. And that feeling, it'll stay with him long after the conversation ends. Touch is one of the most powerful forms of communication, yet it's the one most people underestimate. The right touch at the right moment can say what words never could. It can make him feel desired, connected, and completely drawn to you without you even realizing the impact you've made. The playful touch isn't about being bold or forward. It's about being intentional. It's about using physical connection to express confidence, warmth, and a touch of mystery that lingers in his mind long after you've walked away. Here's the truth. Men crave touch far more deeply than they admit, not just physically, but emotionally. A gentle, unexpected touch can pierce through his defenses faster than 1,000 compliments. It bypasses his logic and goes straight to his instincts. It tells him, you're seen, you're safe, and I'm comfortable with you. When a woman touches a man with ease, not out of need, but out of natural flow, it awakens something primal in him. Think about it. You're sitting next to him, laughing about something funny. In the middle of that laughter, your hand lightly brushes his arm, or you playfully nudge his shoulder. It's subtle, fleeting, but powerful. You don't linger. You just let your energy touch his and then pull back. That single moment plants a spark in his mind. Your touch becomes a memory his body keeps replaying, trying to understand why it felt so electric. The reason the playful touch works so deeply is because it carries both confidence and unpredictability. It's not desperate or overdone. It's effortless. You're not reaching for him. You're inviting him into your space for a heartbeat, then pulling away with a smile that says, "You'll have to earn more of that." That push and pull dynamic is intoxicating. It gives him something to chase, not your attention, but your energy. What most people don't realize is that human touch releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. That small, innocent brush of your hand can make him subconsciously associate you with comfort, safety, and pleasure. And when that chemistry builds, he won't be able to explain why he feels more at ease, more drawn, and more curious around you. He'll just know that when you're near, something in him feels right. But the key to mastering the playful touch is timing. It's not about constant contact, it's about creating moments. You might touch his hand lightly when you emphasize a point. You might guide him through a crowd with your fingertips on his back. Or maybe when you're laughing together, you let your hand rest briefly on his knee, just enough for him to feel your warmth before you pull away. It's in that briefness that the power lies, because what's fleeting becomes unforgettable. And remember, your energy behind the touch matters even more than the touch itself. If you're relaxed, grounded, and genuinely enjoying the moment, your touch will feel inviting, not forced. It will carry an unspoken confidence, the kind that says, "I know what I'm doing, and I'm not afraid of connection." That level of ease drives men absolutely wild because it shows feminine control, not dominance, but mastery over your own presence. Every playful touch is a message. It says, "I'm here, I'm comfortable, and I see you." It bridges the gap between words and emotion. When you use it with intention, you create a rhythm, a physical language that deepens your connection without needing to say anything more. So the next time you're with him, try it. A light, easy touch when the moment feels right. Don't think too hard. Don't plan it. Just feel it. Because when your touch is playful, natural, and full of confidence, it becomes unforgettable. He'll walk away wondering what it was about that tiny moment that made his chest tighten, his mind wander, and his heart race. He won't find the answer because it wasn't about the touch itself. It was about you. There's a moment that happens in every deep connection when two people are talking and suddenly one of them feels seen, not just looked at, but understood. That's the magic of what I call the eyes that listen. It's not about how long you hold his gaze or even how intensely you look. It's about being present in that gaze, letting your eyes say what words never could. I see you, I hear you. You matter. Men may not talk about it, but they crave to be truly listened to, not just heard, felt. The world tells men to be strong, to perform, to lead, to fix, but rarely does it offer them space to be seen. When you give him that space through your eyes, you create something unforgettable. You're not just another woman in his day, you become the one person he feels safe being real with, and that's rare. Imagine this, he's telling you a story. Maybe it's something funny from work or something he's passionate about. Most people nod, look around, check their phone, but you stay still. Your eyes are soft, focused on his. You smile when he smiles, you lean in slightly when he opens up. You're not waiting for your turn to talk, you're soaking in his words. That kind of attention, that genuine listening hits a man like a wave. He feels it in his chest, not his head. It tells him, she's really here with me, and that's when something shifts inside him. His voice softens, his body relaxes, he starts revealing more, trusting more, connecting more. Because your eyes gave him permission to be himself. See, eye contact is one of the most primal forms of intimacy. It bypasses logic and speaks straight to the nervous system. When two people lock eyes and stay connected, their heart rates actually start to sync. Their breathing begins to match. It's nature's way of bonding. So when you look at him, really look, your energy creates a physiological response he can't explain. His body recognizes you as safety and as alluring. But here's what makes the eyes that listen even more powerful. It's not about staring or dominating the moment. It's about soft focus. Your eyes are warm, patient, and full of feminine energy. You're not trying to read his soul, you're inviting it to speak. You're saying, you can drop your armor here. And that quiet, grounded energy feels irresistible to a man. It's rare for him to meet a woman who can listen with her eyes, not judging, not fixing, not interrupting, just holding space. Now let's talk about the energy behind your gaze. When you look at him with genuine curiosity, when your eyes light up at his excitement, when they soften at his vulnerability, you create emotional safety. That's when he starts opening up in ways he doesn't with anyone else. He may not even realize it, but your energy is telling him, you're safe with me. And for a man, that's one of the most seductive feelings in the world. You see, attraction isn't just about chemistry, it's about connection. Anyone can flirt, but not everyone can make someone feel seen. When your eyes become a mirror that reflects his authenticity back to him, you form an emotional bond he can't explain. He'll replay your gaze in his mind later, the softness in your expression, the quiet attention that made him feel important. So the next time you're with him, try this. Put away distractions. Don't think about what to say next. Just look, be fully present. Let your eyes listen. When he speaks, hold that gaze a second longer than usual, not to dominate, but to stay. That moment will stick in his mind like a song he can't stop humming. Because here's the truth, your eyes have a language of their own. They can comfort, excite, challenge, and seduce, all without a single word. When you learn to use them to listen, you move beyond surface level attraction into something much deeper. He may not be able to put it into words, but he'll know exactly how it felt: calm, warm, magnetic, unforgettable. And every time he looks at you again, his body will remember that feeling, that rare, beautiful moment when your eyes told him without speaking, you're seen, you're safe, you're wanted. There's a certain kind of woman who can walk into a room and instantly change its temperature, not because of how she looks, but because of what she radiates. Her energy moves, it flows, it adapts, it shifts. One moment she's playful and teasing, and the next she's quiet, grounded, mysterious. That's the secret art of the energy shift, and it's one of the most powerful things a woman can master, because it keeps a man completely mesmerized, emotionally, mentally, and even physically. See, most women think attraction is about being consistent, smiling, being kind, staying light. But real feminine magnetism isn't one-dimensional. It's layered, it's dynamic. It's the ability to move between energies in a way that feels natural and captivating. When you shift your energy, you awaken different emotions inside him. You make him curious, you keep him guessing, you make him feel, and that's what keeps him coming back. Imagine you're on a date. You're laughing, joking, being fun and spontaneous. The vibe is light, easy, joyful. Then suddenly your tone softens. You lean back slightly, lower your voice, and hold his gaze. You don't have to say much. The silence says everything. In that small shift, the energy turns from playful to intimate. His body reacts instantly. He feels the change, though he can't explain it. One moment you were his playful muse. The next, you're his mystery. That contrast is electric. Men are drawn to women who can shift energy effortlessly because it speaks to something primal. It shows emotional intelligence. It tells him you're in tune, not just with him, but with yourself. When you can laugh freely, flirt boldly, and then fall into quiet, soulful stillness, you show depth. You're not trying to perform, you're allowing yourself to be real. That authenticity, that range keeps him emotionally stimulated. Here's why it works so powerfully. Men experience attraction in waves. They're visual creatures, yes, but what truly captures them long term is emotional rhythm. The unpredictability of your energy keeps his attention anchored to you. It's the same principle as music. If it were all one tone, it would be boring. But add pauses, highs, lows, crescendos, suddenly he's hooked. Your energy is the melody he can't get out of his head. The energy shift isn't manipulation, it's expression. It's understanding the rhythm of your own feminine energy and letting it breathe. It's knowing when to be soft and when to be bold, when to play and when to pause. Sometimes it's laughter that lights up the air. Other times it's the quiet pause that makes him lean closer. The magic lies in not forcing either, just allowing your natural ebb and flow to guide the moment. You can even feel it in your body when it happens. Your voice softens. Your breathing slows, your eyes hold more depth, you move from your head into your heart. That energy, grounded, sensual, and aware, makes every movement more meaningful. And because you're not overthinking, he feels safe in that energy too. You give him permission to drop his guard, to match your rhythm, to just feel. When you shift energy with intention, you create an emotional landscape. He feels joy, curiosity, calm, desire, all in the same encounter. That's why he can't forget you. You're not predictable. You're not one note. You're a full song, unpredictable, emotional, and alive. And the truth is, this power doesn't come from trying to impress him. It comes from being deeply connected to yourself. When you're attuned to your emotions, when you honor your own shifts without apology, he feels it too. He feels the authenticity behind your laughter, the warmth behind your silence, the calm behind your confidence. That's what makes him lean in. That's what makes him stay. So the next time you're with him, don't hold yourself to one version of energy. Let yourself flow. Be the laughter that fills the air one moment and the quiet that melts into his bones the next. Let your energy speak, because when you can shift from light to deep, from playful to mysterious, from open to soft, you become unforgettable. He may not understand what changed, why his chest tightened, why his voice dropped, why he suddenly feels more connected, but he'll feel it. And that feeling will live in him long after you've gone, because the energy shift is the essence of feminine power, not in what you say or do, but in what you allow yourself to be, fluid, present, alive. And that more than anything is what drives him wild. So my love now, you know, these 5 moves, the slow confidence, the whispered pause, the playful touch, the eyes that listen, and the energy shift aren't about seduction in the shallow sense. They're about connection. They're about learning how to express your feminine power in ways that words could never capture. Because when you embody these, you stop trying to attract and you simply become magnetic. The truth is, men can't explain why these moves drive them wild, because it's not happening in their head. It's happening in their heart. These moments speak directly to their instincts, to that quiet part of them that craves safety, softness, and mystery all at once. And when you master that balance, you don't just capture attention, you hold it. So the next time you're with him, remember, it's not what you wear, it's what you radiate. It's not about perfection, it's about presence. Let your energy do the talking and watch how effortlessly he responds to it. If this message lit something inside you, hit that like button. It tells me you want more of this kind of deep feminine energy work. Subscribe if you're ready to unlock your most magnetic, confident self. And in the comments, tell me, which of these 5 moves are you going to try first? Because when a woman owns her energy, she doesn't chase, she attracts. And that beautiful is your real superpower.